That's a card, awesome. All right, we got Mr. Jason Husley coming up next. Let's give him a nice warm round of applause.
Brought my own mic.
Oh, you get your own?
Yeah. All right. Do that. All right.
I gotta see you find out, right?
Give it up for Emmanuel.
Yeah!
That was incredible. That's a tough act to follow. Feel like Ice Cube when he had to take over for Vin Diesel as action sports hero Triple X. I'm the new Triple X. Shut up, Cube. We all know you can't snowboard. Oh yeah. It's a nice outdoor show here tonight. It's good to be outside. Last outdoor show I did was at a patio during a knockdown, drag-out thunderstorm. Thunder, lightning. When you're doing a comedy show during a thunderstorm, it's kind of like being heckled by God. But it was a whole black crowd, so it was like it was a black God. Like, you dumb as a motherfucker. So we just, alright, we're going to get it all on camera tonight. Hell yeah. Here we are. You know, it's like my grandpa used to say. He'd say, Jason, jacking off in the bathtub is a lot like killing the person you're snowed in with.
What?
It feels good, but then you're just stuck with the mess. Brutal. Grandpa was kind of a weird guy. Had a lot of good advice, though. He's a humorous guy. He used to say, Jason, a good fart joke is timeless. But if it's in the employee break room in a jar, it's good for about 8 hours. I live by that Credence. Credence Clearwater Revival. Jones Creek! Hell yeah, here we are. Been in that traffic. Been in that Atlanta traffic all the time, you know. I want to say this about traffic. If I'm in traffic and I'm cruising along in my lane and you have your signal on like you want to get over into my lane in front of me, and I brake for just a second to let you do it, and you don't do it,
Oh, it's just annoying.
I will call you a fucking coward, and I will throw a ninja star at your tire as I pass. Real quick. You know all those cars you see on the side of 85? You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You guys seem like a lot of fun, though. So in the spirit of ninja stars, you know, some people call them Chinese throwing stars, but that's inappropriate because we all know it's a Japanese weapon. So in the spirit of Chinese throwing stars, I want to play a little game called Who's Reppin' That Weapon? All right, that's where you, the wonderful audience, you just yell out any random weapon, and I will give it an inappropriate name.
Lightsaber.
So, lightsaber? That's Anakin Skywalker emotion expressor. I hate them. He's such a baby. Grow up, Anakin. Thank you for the lightsaber. Next weapon.
Sword.
Sword? What kind of sword?
Sharp.
A sharp sword? We'll call that
Samurai sword.
a samurai sword?
Okay.
Call that a Tom Cruise appropriation saber. Last Samurai, my fucking ass. Stole that one.
Right.
Thank you for the samurai sword. Christmas is coming up, everybody. Think about these. Next weapon.
Hand grenade.
Hand grenade. It's a vaudeville boom boom tomato. Get off the stage, Jason. This is bullshit. Thank you for the hand grenade. Let's keep this going. A couple more.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks. Okinawan twirling dowels. So good for putting on a good show right before you get your ass whipped. Better come correct with those, because if you miss the first time, I'm going to beat the shit out. Oh man, let's get violent. One more.
Kamikaze plane.
Kamikaze plane? Oh man.
It's kind of redundant.
That's a shitty pilot making the best of a bad situation. I mean, you're going down anyway, right? You get captured or be a hero. I say be a hero every time. I think that with my car sometimes. Thank you for the airplane. Let's try another one.
Chainsaw gun.
A chainsaw gun. That's a fuckhead's bit ruiner. What the fuck are you doing, Dwayne?
Where do you get that?
Where do they make those?
Right.
Gears of War? Alright. Gears of War. That's a lonely fuck's buddy video game. I have a friend, we play Gears of War. It's a big co-op thing with the Gears of War. Oh man, give yourselves a hand for coming out tonight and being entertained. You gotta stay entertained, you don't want to get bored. I get bored sometimes. Sitting around the house, bored out of my mind. The other day, my phone starts going off. Look at it, what's going on? Amber Alert. I'm not doing anything. I say, fuck it, I'm gonna go find this asshole. Hop in the car, start cruising around. I'm thinking like a predator, right? This guy likes kids. Where do I go? Candy store. First place I hit up, go to the candy store. There's no predators there. There's not even any kids there. It's just me and a couple other badass vigilantes. We're all pensively sizing each other up. Like, oh yeah, this fucker's got off-white Kia Sorrento written all over him. Eventually we realize we're all there doing the same thing. Say, fuck it, fellas, let's all go grab a drink. We're all hanging out, Applebee's, riffing, having a good time. All our phones start going off at the same time. Well, you know, we got the call, boys, mount up. Yeah. Been doing that. We call ourselves the Amber Boys. We haven't saved not one single child. But we forged a friendship that will no doubt last a lifetime. I love those guys. So if there's any single dads out there thinking about taking a kid for a long unplanned car ride, you watch your fucking ass.
Right.
Because we are the night. Till about 11 o'clock. We hit the bar and get shit-faced and do karate on each other. In the parking lot, you know. Listen, Charltons, I bake my meats. Alright? I bake my meats. I don't grill my meats, I bake them. Chicken, 350, 20 minutes. Maybe 22 minutes. Steak, sear it in a pan, put it in the oven, 15 minutes. Maybe 12, depending, I don't know. I bake my meats, alright? Because I live in an apartment complex and I'm not allowed to have a grill out on my porch. There's a grill down at the pool area that everybody can use. But I live alone, and I made the mistake of going down there by myself one time, dressed much like this, with one steak, one piece of corn, and one plate. Not a good look. Not a good look. I didn't think anybody was around. I started the grilling process, all these families showed up. And there I am, dressed kind of like this. I look like a fucking Armenian magician, got lost in the woods. I started grilling my one steak. As soon as it hit the grill, psst, everybody looked at me. What the hell is that guy doing? Kind of creepy. What's the stigma with one guy just grilling a steak? I don't get it.
See something, say something.
It's not like I'm posted up with an easel painting a portrait of your 12-year-old daughter with that frozen bathing suit with the little rhinestones on the sleeves and the sun hat to match. You know, that'd be weird. Okay. Anyway.
Well,
I love kids, though. I love kids. Not in that way. I'm just joking. I was hanging out with my niece. Kids are hilarious, you know. I was hanging out with my niece, and she's about like 5 years old. And I asked her, I said, "What do you dream about when you go to sleep at night?" And, you know, I was curious, like, what kind of dream she was having. I said, "What do you dream about?" She gave me one of these. She said, "Come here." So I lean in, and she just goes, "Scary things." Ugh. Creepy, right? What the hell? It was creepy as hell. I just left her. I left her in the park. I don't know. Don't worry, it wasn't like a park. It was Arcadia National Park. There's a lot of official people around. We're working that one out. Hell yeah. It's a good crowd. It's a good looking crowd. A lot of well-dressed people here tonight. You know, they say high fashion is all about taking risks, right? That's why every time I get an outfit that I'm not really sure that I can pull off, I'll sit down in my apartment and I'll put the outfit on and I'll sit down in front of the mirror and I'll play one single round of Russian roulette. And if the fate of the trigger pull allows me to keep breathing, I'll wear the outfit in public. I think that's enough risk, right? A couple weeks ago, I'm sitting there, I'm wearing a skin-tight muscle shirt that says Beast Mode. Got the gun in one hand, I spin it, rack it, put it to my head, and right before I pull the trigger, I did that thing you do. You know that thing you do right before you pull the trigger where you get scared and you tilt the gun up? Anyway, I did that. Gun goes off, blasts through the ceiling, strikes the upstairs tenant right in the face. He was looking down, reading a self-help book. Kind of ironic. But anyway, he had this like thick shag carpet, right? So the police never figured out where the bullet came from. So I got off on that. But the sad thing is, that was Larry upstairs, right? And Larry was kind of a loner. He didn't have a lot of friends or family. And the people that run the apartment, they didn't know what to do with all his stuff because nobody came to get it. So they just kind of threw it all out on the stoop. Kind of sad. Anyway, when I was rifling through the pile, I found this jacket. I think it's more me. That was a story about a dead man's jacket. Hey, you guys have been a lot of fun. I think I'm going to cede my time to the next comic. Give it up for Jason and Bob and everybody who put this whole thing together. Appreciate it.
All right, it's Mr. Jason Husley, everybody. Let's give him a nice round of applause. All right, we'll have our next comedian come up.